All right, welcome everyone to today's contest. We are out at home field over between State and Parallel, I believe. And we are going to have a contest between the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils and the Metropolitan Community College Wolves. We'll get the starting lineups ready. I'll be back for those. I'll be back. All right, here we are with the starting lineups. Sorry getting those delayed just a little bit. Had a call from the grandkiddos on FaceTime. So, Paisley, Little P, and Rhett Z wishing me a happy birthday today. So, welcome everyone to the contest. Lead off for KCK, the starting lineups for KCK. At shortstop, leading off Gary Golbeck. Batting second, the second baseman, Peyton Basler. Batting third, the third baseman, Jackson Mervosh. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Jace Woida. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Brady Patterson. Batting sixth in right field, Tanner Pachorik. Batting seventh behind the plate, Frankie Santiago. Batting eighth in left field, Marcus Dirks. Batting ninth, the center fielder, Brady Kern. And on the mound for the Blue Devils, number 14, Gavin Killian. The starting lineup for your Blue Devils. So it'll be Goldbeck, Basler, Mervosh, Woida, Patterson, Pachorik, Santiago, Dirks, Kern, with Killian on the mound. Now the starting lineup for the Metropolitan Community College Wolves. Leading off in right field, Frank Gall. Batting second, the shortstop, Broxton Cole. Batting third, Jesus Sosa in left field. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, J.C. Kabuyabon. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Caden Jeffries. batting sixth. Can't read my writing first name. I do not have. Oh, Connor Roush, the designated hitter. Sorry about that. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Chase Phillips. The catcher batting eighth, Jude Greaves. And the second baseman bats ninth, Seth Mejia. And on the mound, Griffin Eads will be on the mound. So it'll be Gall, Cole, Sosa, Kabuyabon, Jeffries, Roush, Phillips, Greaves, Mejia, and Eads on the mound. So welcome to the broadcast. We'll be ready to go here in just a few minutes. The umpires, at least one of them I see coming out. As soon as we get the others, we'll be ready to go. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining me, and we'll be back for the start of this one in a bit. All right, welcome everyone to the broadcast today. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Trying to get everything lined out here, ready to go. On the mound today is Griffin Eads. He's from Olathe, Kansas. Number 14, tall righty on the mound for the Wolves of MCC. They've got Sosa, Phillips, Gall left right across the outfield. Kabuyabon, Cole, Mejia, and Jeffries left right across the infield with Greaves behind the plate and Eads on the mound. Golbeck, Basler, and Mervosh scheduled to start things off for the Blue Devils. Griffin Eads on the mound has a 4.5 ERA. Believe he has 6 innings pitched. 6 innings pitched. Has given up 5 hits, 4 runs. Has a 4.5 ERA. He'll be on the mound for the Wolves. Overcast, cool day here in Kansas City, Kansas. Just east of 435 that runs along by Legends and Golbeck. Thank you. Golbeck is going to start things off for the Blue Devils. Golbeck will step in to lead things off. Golbeck starts the day batting .432. Low and inside, takes ball 1, 1-0 the count on Gary Golbeck. There's a strike right at the knees inside half of the plate. 1-1 the count. As the ball headed over to third base, Kabuyabon up with it and over to first base. Have to get my camera figured out here. So Golbeck's out on a 5-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Basler. Basler starts the day batting .265. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. There's a hit by a pitch. So Basler will head down to first base. It's going to bring up Mervosh. Low and outside, first pitch to Mervosh. Mervosh starts the day batting .325. Snap throw down to first, back in safely down there. Another throw back down to first, back in safely. 2-0 the count. Back to the pitcher with that. He's going to go to second base. A wild throw over here to first. So they get the fielder's choice on the 1/6 in a wild throw over to first, but Basler not able to move up. That's going to bring up Woida. Woida will step in with 2 outs. Runner goes. And stolen base by Mervosh. Woida starts the day batting .333. That's low and inside. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Greaves. 2 balls, 1 strike on the first baseman, Woida. High chopper up the middle. Shortstop's going to grab that and over to first. So Cole to Jeffries for the 3rd out of the inning. At the end of half an inning, we got no score. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 1st inning. Gall, Cole, and Sosa scheduled up for the Wolves from MCC. Killian on the mound. There's a swing and a miss of that first pitch. Killian from Hughesville, Missouri. He also has a 4.5 ERA. There's a ball hit into right center and off the tip of the glove, and then he catches it before it gets to the ground. So Frank Gall with the line out. That's going to bring up Broxton Cole. So off the end of the glove by Kern, and then able to dive and get a hold of that thing. Cole, the shortstop, will step in. Cole starts the day batting .314. That ball stays up just a bit. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Ball headed out into right field. That's going to be taken care of by the right fielder, Pachorik. So Cole out on a fly to right field. That's going to bring up Jesus Sosa. Sosa will step in with 2 outs, saying nobody on. Sosa starts the day batting .256. Low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Swinging a miss of that breaking ball. 1-1 the count. Sosa, the left fielder. Both pitchers number 14. Both pitchers with a 4.5 ERA. Pitching for their respective teams today. That misses a little bit outside. Breaking ball. 2-1 the count. It's a fastball outside part of the plate at the waist. Dirks, Kern, Pachorik left to right across the outfield. Mervosh, Golbeck, Basler, Woida across the infield. Santiago behind the plate. Gavin Killian on the mound. 2 outs. Just misses a little bit outside. Looked like a punch-out pitch to me. Just missed a bit outside on that one. It's a ground ball off the pitcher's glove. He's going to hustle to get it. Guessing that'll be ruled a base hit right there off the glove of the pitcher. That's going to bring up J.C. Kabuyabon. Kabuyabon starts the day batting .367. He's the third baseman for the MCC Wolves. 2 outs, runner at first base. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Swinging a miss of that pitch. Throw over to first, back in safely is Jesus Sosa, the left fielder. Kabuyabon at the plate. So ground ball headed into left field. It's going to be a base hit for Kabuyabon. That's going to bring up Jeffries. Jeffries will step in with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Jeffries starts the day batting .442. Sosa at second, Kabuyabon at first. Here's the first pitch. There's a ball headed into center field. Right straight at the center fielder, Kern. So Jeffries hits it hard, but right at Kern for the third out of the inning. The Wolves get a couple of hits, no runs. We go to the second inning. All right, here we go to the top of the second inning. Patterson, Pachorik, and Santiago scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Patterson, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .361. Low and outside, ball one. 1-0 the count to the designated hitter, number 32, Brady Patterson. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 1-1 the count. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-2 the count. Griffin Eads from Olathe, Kansas on the mound for the Wolves of Metropolitan Community. There's a ground ball headed at the third baseman. He's up with it and over to first for the ground out. That's Kabuyabon over to Jeffries. That's going to bring up Pachorik. Pachorik will step in with one out and nobody on. Pachorik starts the day batting .286. Breaking ball outside half of the plate. Strike called. (0-1) the count. Strike two, catches the outside corner at the knees. Sun trying to peek out. Comes the wind and the pitch. That's a high heater. And he swings, fouls that one away. Breaking ball, that's going to be hit into right center for a base hit. So a one-out hit to Pachorik. That's going to bring up Frankie Santiago. Santiago will step in with one on and one out. Santiago starts the day batting .286. He's catching the game today. It's low and inside for ball one. 1-0 the count. Foul ball out in front of that one. Whistled down behind Coach Sharp at first base. 1-2 the count. Comes the stretch and the pitch from Eads. There's another one out in front of that. Yank foul down the right field line. We'll do the 1-2 again. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Foul ball down the right field line. We'll do the 1-2 again. Want to welcome everyone today. Hope you're having a great day. It was a little bit cool all morning getting set up out here for this, but the sun just not really getting through, but you can feel a little bit of warmth from it. Comes the 1-2. The high fly ball to right center field. Center fielder Phillips takes care of that for the out. That's going to bring up Dirks. Marcus Dirks, the left fielder. Dirks starts the day batting .350. He'll step in now with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Pachorik at first. He had a 1-out base hit. Runner goes, and that's going to be a stolen base by Pachorik. First pitch was a ball. 1-0 the count. Low and inside. Two outs, runner in scoring position after the stolen base by Pachorik. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike. Griffin Eads on the mound. Low and inside, nicely blocked by the catcher, Greaves. Three and one the count now. That's up high for ball four. That's going to bring up Brady Kern. Kern starts the day batting .385. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Pachorik at second base. Dirks at first. Brady Kern, the center fielder, at the plate. Fouls that, squares to bunt. Lots of speed on this Blue Devil team. Lots of bunters that bunt well and run well. Stays up just a little bit high. Golbeck leads the team with 11 stolen bases, but 10 players have stolen bases on the season. Comes the pitch, that's up high. 2-1 the count. No scoreboard here yet. Beautiful complex at home field. 2 pods of 4, all big, all entirely turf fields. There's the pitch. There's a foul ball sprayed out of play down the right field line. So 3-2 the count now. Concession stand right in the middle of each of the 2 pods with 4 fields with home plate headed straight in 4 different directions. Beautiful complex. The sun is coming out now, so I'll go from being cool to worried about getting the top of my head burnt. 3-2 the count now. Runners go, and it's ball 4. So back to the top of the order for the Blue Devils. It's going to bring up Gary Golbeck. Got a little bit of conflict about something, not sure what it is. Goldbeck will be stepping in with the bases loaded. We're now going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's going to be any changes made. Goldbeck is from Kansas City, Kansas. I'm always careful because I goofed that up a couple, 3 games ago, said Kansas City, Missouri. I knew well all the time. Regardless, bases are loaded, 2 outs. Visit to mound to visit with Griffin Eads. Give him some wisdom on what he's doing here. Goldbeck grounded out to Kabuyabon at third, his first time up. He's up there now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Top of the second inning action, 9-inning scheduled game. Just misses a little bit inside, did that breaking ball. 1-1 the count. Fouled out of play. One and 2 the count. That's inside. So 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Foul ball back and out of play. May get buffering every once in a while. I apologize for that. That's the lack of internet out here. I've got my Starlink going, but it can only do so much, so we'll do the best we can with it. That ball's up high, so 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Coach questioning already where that ball missed. It was a little bit up. Runners go, and there's ball 4. So Goldbeck with an RBI, base on balls, and the Blue Devils have taken the 1-0 lead. And hit by a pitch again is Basler for the RBI. So a walk in and hit by a pitch each yield a run. That's up high. Brings up Mervosh. Mervosh hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Mervosh is from Lenexa, Kansas. That misses high and outside. Basler is from Lansing, Kansas, who was just hit. He's been hit by a pitch both times in this one. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to score 1. Coach sending home a second one, so 2 runs in, and Mervosh gets the base hit to left field for 2 more. So the Blue Devils have plated 4 so far here in the inning. A walk scores 1, a hit by pitch scores 1, and then the base hit there. That's going to bring up Woida. Woida is from Lincoln, Nebraska. There's a strike on the outside corner. We'd have grounded out over the top of pitcher's mound to the shortstop. Cole, his first time up. It's a high fly ball to right field. Over to take care of that is Gall for the out, but the Blue Devils score 4. They bat around. They get 4 runs on 2 hits. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Take a break. I'll be back. All right, the Blue Devils with a 4-0 lead. Roush, Phillips, and Greaves scheduled up. Killian back for another inning of work. That ball's up high right there. 1-0 the count on Roush. Roush, the designated hitter. Roush starts the day batting 400. There's a strike called. Swing and a miss at that breaking ball.
I had to do it at some point. I'll be honest with you, I had a yogurt when I was at Sam's.
Another breaking ball swung at and missed for the strikeout. So Roush goes down on the strikes. That's going to bring up Phillips. Phillips, the center fielder. Chase Phillips. He starts the day batting .389. He'll step in with 1 out, nobody on to face Killian. Misses a little bit outside. Killian is from Hughesville, Missouri. There's a strike, catches the outside corner at the knees, 1-1 the count. Strike, catches the inside corner. Another breaking ball catches the inside corner. So 1-2 the count. There's a ground ball hit it at the shortstop. Go back up with it and over to Woida for the 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Jude Greaves, the catcher. Greaves starts the day batting .333. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the second inning action. Blue Devils leading 4-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball had him fooled there. 0-1 the count on the catcher, Jude Greaves. foul ball out in front of that. Over toward the end of the Metropolitan Community College Wolves dugout. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to be extra bases. Heading into second base with a 2-out double is Jude Greaves. It's going to bring up Seth Mejia. Mejia's the second baseman. He starts the day batting .250. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position after the 2-out double by Greaves. Strike called, outside corner at the knees. Swing and a miss of that ball. 0-2, a lot of movement on that ball. Santiago had a little bit of trouble getting that off the butt of the glove. Got away, but not far enough for Greaves to move up. And tag him real quick in the dirt. Couldn't hold up for the strikeout. So no runs on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Blue Devils leading 4-0. I'll be back. Pitching change being made by the Wolves. Ethan Veach comes in. There's a high fly ball to right field, and that's going to be taken care of by the right fielder, Gall. So Patterson out on a fly to right field. That's going to bring up Pachorik. Pachorik had a base hit his first time up. There's a breaking ball right through there for a strike. Pachorik is from Aurora, Colorado. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher's up with it and over to first for the 1-3 ground out. So back to Veach and over to Jeffries with that. That's going to bring up Santiago. Santiago will step in. He takes strike on the first pitch. Santiago is from Cayey, Puerto Rico. There's a ball all the way back to the screen. Have to get with some of those geography people to see how the pronunciation of that is. Nonetheless, the Puerto Rico part I'm sure of. There's a foul ball out of play. Comes the wind in the pitch from Veach. It's going to be out of play. Strike 3 called inside corner at the knees. Looked a little low and inside to me, but nonetheless ruled a strikeout. So we go to the bottom half of the third inning, scheduled 9-inning game. Blue Devils leading 4-0. I'll be all right, here we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Gall, Cole, and Sosa scheduled up for the Wolves. Gall lined out to center field his first time up. Kern with it off the glove and dove to be able to make the catch. So the Blue Devils lead by 4. Carson Rosen comes on in relief. He's from Topeka, Kansas. Gall is from St. Joseph, Missouri. That's up high. 1-0 the count on him. Gall went to Bishop LeBlond High School. That's down low, 2-0 the count. On Frank Gall, the right fielder. It's a foul ball out of play. 2-1 the count. Squares to bunt, back to the pitcher. And going to be safe at first. be an error on the throw, I believe. So that's going to bring up Broxton Cole, the shortstop. Cole is from Lawson, Missouri. He'll be up there with a runner at first base. There's a throw over to first, back in safely is Frank Gall. Cole flew out to Pechoric in right field his first time out. Runner at first, nobody out. Bunt back to the pitcher, and then the throw pulled the first baseman Boyd off. There's a ball headed right up the middle. So first to third goes Gall, and Cole with the base hit right back up the middle. So that's going to bring Sosa. Sosa had a base hit his first time up. Camargo, Chihuahua, Mexico is where Jesus Sosa Quintana. And he squares to bunt, pulls back for ball one, 1-0 the count. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Close over there at first, but back in safely. Squares to bunt. The bunt is down. And so the sac bunt by Sosa scores the run for the Wolves. So now a runner at second base with one out. 4-1 is the score. That misses inside. 1-0 the count. Kabuya Bond. He had a base hit his first time up. He's from Liberty, Missouri. There's a ball headed into right field. Going to hold the runner at third. So runners now at first and third with one out. That's going to bring up Jeffries. Jeffries will step in. He lined out to Kern in center field his first time up. Caden Jeffries is the first baseman for the Wolves. He's from Green Valley, Missouri. He'll step in with runners at the corners and just one down. One run in so far. There's a breaking ball, catches the inside corner. Jeffries at the plate. It's high and outside, so 1-1 the count. Sosa with the sac bunt to score the first run for the Wolves. They trail 4-1 as they bat here in the third. There's a runner, goes to second. Going to just hold up. So Kabuya Bond with the stolen base down to second. Runners at second and third now with just one out. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Santiago. Great job of just taking it off the chest and it dropping straight to the ground to keep the runner at third. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. Go back over with that. So Jeffries gets the job done. The 6-3 ground out. Scores a run, makes it a 4-2 game. So that's going to bring up Connor Roush. There's a strike on the inside corner. Rouse is from Columbus, Nebraska. He steps in now with 2 outs and a runner at third base. It's a high fly ball down the right field line. I believe that's going to get out of play and into the bullpen, and it does. That's going to be backing out of play. Connor Roush, he struck out his first time up. He's the designated hitter. They'll pump up over toward first base, and Woita's going to take care of that. So Roush fouls out to the first baseman in foul territory. But the Wolves get a couple of runs on a couple of hits. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Blue Devils leading 4-2. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the top of the 4th. Dirk squares to bunt and pulls it back for the first pitch. That ball misses. Dirks is from Kansas City, Missouri. Excuse me, sorry. There's a strike called. Sorry, got too many things going on. 3-1. And I didn't do a good job getting it all done, and there's base on balls. So Dirks with back-to-back walks leads the top of the 4th up. That's going to bring up Brady Kern. Kern is from Lawrence, Kansas. He walked his first time up. That's way up high for ball 1. Runner at first base, Marcus Dirks. He's the left fielder. Brady Kern at the plate. He's the center fielder. There's a strike right at the belt. 1-1 the count. Throw over to first, back in safely over there. Fouled back to the screen. Dirks was off and running. He'll have to retreat. Swung through that breaking ball to strike out, does Kern. So back to the top of the order and Golbeck. Golbeck is grounded out to Colette short and then walked to score run for the Blue Devils. Runner at first is Dirks. He's back in safely over there. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. Runner goes in the dirt. That's going to be a stolen base by Dirks. Turn back to second. Nothing going on back there. Slip on the mound just a little bit there, did Veach. So the ball went a little bit low on him there. 2-1 the count now. On the shortstop for KCK, Gary Goldbeck. That stays up high, so 3-1 the count. Top of the fourth inning action. Blue Devils lead 4-2. So a base on balls there, and then the wild pitch. And Dirks moves to third. One out, runners at first and third. Basler now at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch twice. There's way up there with that pitch. Basler's second hit by pitch yielded a run. That misses outside. Down low. And there's ball four. So it's going to load the bases. Going to get a visit to the mound. The bases will be loaded. A walk, a strikeout, then two more walks. So the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring up Jackson Mervosh. Mervosh reached on a fielder's choice, then stole a base in the first inning. Then in the second inning, he had a base hit to left field for 2 RBI. So he'll be up there with an opportunity to increase this 4-2 lead that the Blue Devils are harboring at the moment. Jackson Mervosh, the third baseman for the Blue Devils. 1 out, bases are loaded, so the infield fly would be in effect here. There's a strike outside part of the plate at the knees. 0-1 the count. Curveball and called a swing. So he couldn't hold up, so quickly 0-2 the count on Mervosh. There's a ball headed to the right side. That's going to be a base hit. That'll score 2 runs. So another base hit by Mervosh yields 2 more runs. And the Blue Devils push the lead back out to 4 again. So 6-2 the lead for the Blue Devils. That's going to bring up Woida. Runner goes. The ball's going to get away, but not far enough for the runner to get to third. So Basler moves down to second. Woida has grounded out to the shortstop and been out on a fly to right field. There's a ball headed at the first baseman. First baseman will step on the bag for the second out, but it yields a run for the Blue Devils. Makes it 7-2. So that's going to bring up Patterson. Patterson hits one deep to left. And that's going to be out of here for the home run. So Patterson with the home run gets the Blue Devils 2 more runs. That's going to make it 9-2. So that'll bring up Pachorik. I think my internet's letting me down here a little bit, but we'll just progress like everything is just fine. That's a grand slam a 2-run home run by Patterson. That's going to bring up Pachorik. There's a strike on the inside corner. Pachorik has a base hit and grounded back to the pitcher. His first 2 at-bats. That's up just a little bit high. That's way outside. There's a foul ball down the right field line, trying to adjust things, and I goofed up on the camera for you. Sorry about that. Foul ball down the right field line. Pachorik has a 3-2 count. It's up high back to the pitcher. Pitcher will toss that over, so Veach tosses that over to Jeffries. The Blue Devils get 5 runs on 2 hits, and they take the 9-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. I'll take a break. I'll be back. All right, the pitching change has been made by the Blue Devils. Number 20, Dalton Smith from Raymore, Missouri, will take the mound. Phillips, Greaves, and Mejia scheduled up for the Wolves. Foul ball off the mast of Santiago there. Blue Devils with the 9-2 lead now. A little bit low and inside, 1-1 the count. There's a ball headed into left field. And it's going to be a base hit into left field for Phillips. Phillips grounded out his first time. Phillips is from Aurora, Nebraska, with that hit there to left field. That's going to bring up Greaves. Throw over to first, real close over there, but safe. Greaves is from Oak Grove, Missouri. Just misses a little bit low and outside. Catcher might have cost a strike there. Frankie Santiago may have gotten in the way of getting that strike called. There's a throw over to first. Sun coming out. Just a little bit low and inside. Greaves had a double down the left field line his first time up. There's a foul ball just above my head over here, but into the net. Bottom of the fourth inning action, 9 innings scheduled game. Blue Devils leading 9-2. Runner goes. There's a ball headed into right field. It's going to be taken care of and just not quite able to get the double play. So Phillips able to get back. Greaves out on a fly to Pachorik in right field. That's going to bring up Mejia. Mejia is from Benton, Arkansas. He'll step in with one out and a runner at first base. Mejia struck out his first time. There is a play at second base and the throw out. So Frankie Santiago with the one hopper down to second base to get Phillips stealing. Strike the call on Mejia. There's a swing and a miss of that breaking ball. So now 2 outs and nobody on after Phillips was caught stealing by Santiago. And a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the Wolves get a base hit, then a fly to right field, a caught stealing, and a strikeout. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. Blue Devils leading 9-2. I will be back. Thanks for joining me. All right, to the top of the 5th we go. Santiago, Dirks, and Kern scheduled up. Santiago's been out on a fly to the center fielder. Phillips is a swinging a foul away. 0-1 the count. Santiago also has been called out on strikes. This is a foul ball whistled down behind Coach Sharp. Veach on the mound is from Platte City, Missouri. There's a ball in the dirt. Nine to 2 lead, top of the 5th inning action. Santiago, the catcher, at the plate. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. It's going to bring up Dirks. Dirks has walked twice in this one, has a stolen base. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball. That's low and inside. Marcus Dirks, the left fielder, at the plate. There's a strike right through there. 2-1 the count. Squares to bunt, makes an offer, comes up empty. So 2-2 the count. Spoils that high heater, fouls it out of play. The ball headed into center field just over the outstretched glove of Cole, the shortstop. So a 1-out hit by Dirks, and he'll be over at first base, and Brady Kern comes up. Kern has walked and struck out. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at first base to face Ethan Veach. That's down low, 1-0 the count. Runner goes. And going to be a stolen base by Dirks. Runner at second base now for Kern. Just catches the outside corner with that one. 2-1 the count on the center fielder, Brady Kern. So ball headed back up the middle. The second baseman up with that. So Mejia over to Jeffries for the 4-3 ground out. So back to the top of the order and Goldbeck. Goldbeck will step in now with a runner moving over to third on that ground out. 2 outs with a runner at third for Goldbeck. Squares to bunt and takes in the dirt, did not offer. Goldbeck grounded out to the third baseman, Kabuyabon. And then he's walked twice since then. That's low and inside. One of his walks yielded a run. In the dirt. And that wild pitch is going to yield a run. There's a strike called. 10-2 the score now. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. Second baseman circles. Most likely that's going to be a base hit by Goldbeck. So that'll bring up Basler. Basler will step in with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Blue Devils leading 10-2 now. There's a strike. That's up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Runner goes in the dirt. And the stolen base by Goldbeck. So 2-1 the count now on the second baseman, Basler. He's been hit by a pitch twice and walked. One of the hit by pitch yielded a run. Nicely blocked there by the catcher, Greaves. Then Basler also had a stolen base on his third at bat after he walked. Low and inside. I believe that there will go as a pass ball. And a walk for Basler. That's going to bring up Mervosh. Going to get a visit to the mound. Going to get a pitching change. We'll get that change and be back. Stay with us. Blue Devils batting here in the top of the 5th. Almost halfway through this one, and they lead 10-2. I'll be back. So the pitching change has been made, and hopefully I have corrected my error. The pitching change, let's take care of that first. Jake Trueblood from Blue Springs, Missouri will come in to go to the mound in relief for the Wolves. And I had my score backwards. The developers of that scoreboard have the home team on as intended to be backwards, in my opinion, and therefore I was backwards in putting the score. The Blue Devils have been leading here in that 10-2, and there the runner goes to second base with the stolen base. There is Basler. So Mervage is at the plate, and I apologize for having the score backwards. The MCC people will definitely not like to see that change. And there's a strike right through there. Nonetheless, I've had it backwards this whole time, and with the sun shining on the screen makes it hard to see things. Not a good excuse, but an excuse. There's a ball headed to deep right field. That's going to be taken care of by the right fielder, Gall, for the third out of the inning. The Blue Devils pick up one more run on 2 hits, and we go halfway through this one, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Blue Devils leading 10-2. I'll be back. So back to the top of the order for the Wolves: Gall, Cole, and Sosa. Dalton Smith back for another inning of work. That's outside. That's up just a little bit. Most people would say 2-1 the count. The first pitch was fouled away. Then 2 balls since then. There's a foul ball. So 2-2 the count. The top side of the zone is really tight. It is consistent but tight. So 2-2 the count on Gall. He's lined out to center field and reached on an error. Fouled that one back into the screen. Do the 2-2 again, the wind and the pitch. Fouled that one into the net. That's up high. So 3-2 the count now on the right fielder, Frank Gall. Foul ball back to the screen. So Gall has had a 2-strike pitch 3 different times that he's fouled back to the screen. Taking a ball in there, and the count is still full. And there's a ball headed into left center. Kern is tracking that, and he's got it for the out. It's going to bring up Broxton Cole. Cole's been out on a fly and had a base hit in this one. There's a strike, catches the inside corner. Cole, the shortstop for the Metropolitan Community College Wolves. There's a ball headed into left field and one hopped. Nice job of the left fielder, Dirks, to keep that in front of him. Wanted to make a play on it, but a base hit for Cole. That's going to bring up Sosa. We're going to get a pinch runner. Pinch runner at first is going to be Michael Montgomery. He's from Grand Valley, Missouri. That just misses for a ball. So Montgomery running for Cole after the base hit. Throw over back in safely. Blue Devils leading 10-2 the first half of this game. I had my scoreboard goofed up. I apologize for that. Blue Devils leading 10-2. Runner at first base. There's a strike called. Runner at first base with one out. It's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So 2 strikes now. Believe it to be 1-2. It's a ground ball to the pitcher up with it and over to Wada. So Smith off the mound in good shape to take care of that one for the 1-3 ground out, the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman. It's a ground ball headed into left field. So Kabuyabon with the RBI base hit. Kabuyabon, an RBI base hit. So he has had 3 base hits in this one. That's going to bring up Jeffries. Down a little bit low. Makes the score 10-3. There's a high fly ball to left center. Kern's going to come over, take control, and take care of that. So the Wolves get 1 run on a hit. We go to the top of the 6th inning with the Blue Devils leading 10-3. I'll be back. So a catching change made. There's a ball laced into right field by Woida for the base hit. That will bring up Patterson. Patterson is grounded out, been out on a fly to right field, and had a 2-run home run. He'll step in with Woida at first base and nobody out. Top of the 6th inning action, Blue Devils leading 10-3. That's up high for ball one, 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss. That's up high. Patterson, the designated hitter for the Blue Devils.
It's the breath thing.
There's a ball just foul. True Blood back in for his second inning at work for the Wolves. Two and two the count, I believe. I'm sure of the 2 strikes. There's the line drive taken by Mejia and doubled off at first base is Woida. So that's going to bring up Pachorik. Breaking ball right through there. Pachorik's had a base hit and then grounded back to the pitcher twice. Also stole a base after his base hit. That's outside. That's down low. 2-1 the count now on the right fielder, Tanner Pachorik. There's a strike called on the outside corner. So 2-2 the count.
38.
Thank you, sir. There's a ball that hits the bag and going to be a base hit for Pachorik. So Pachorik bounces the ball off the bag and has the third baseman Kabuyabon have to go up and one-hand it, but too late to get him out. Runner goes. And going to be out at second base is Pachorik. So we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Blue Devils leading 10-3. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Nate Ugalora comes on to pitch for the Blue Devils. Nate is from Texas. He takes over for Dalton Smith. Killian, Rosen, Smith, and Ugalora. Uglialora, I believe. Nate worked very closely with me last year, keeping the book and so forth. But at the beginning of this year, I believe he had an injury that was going on during the time that they took the picture, so I don't have any information on him as far as his picture and where he's from and so forth, but nonetheless he's on to pitch for the Blue Devils. Roush, Phillips, and Greaves scheduled up for the Wolves here in the bottom of the sixth. The Wolves trail 10-3. Greaves has struck out and popped out in foul territory down to Jace Woida at first base. Fouled that one back to the screen. In the dirt. There's a ball headed up the middle. Goldbeck's got that, and over to Woida for the 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Phillips. Phillips is the center fielder. He's grounded out to Goldbeck and had a base hit to left field. So 1 for 2 on the day, the center field. Chase Phillips, he's up there with 1 out. That fades just a little bit low. Nate with a little cock of his head there like, believe you might have missed that one, but ruled low. There's a ball headed into shallow right field, and Basler makes the diving play for that out. So a nice diving play coming from the infield to take that hit away from Phillips, and that's going to bring up Greaves. Now that's going to bring up the new catcher, number 38. And that is Cooper Seeloff. He's from Kansas City, Missouri. He went to Staley High School. Baseball coach at Staley, a good friend of mine. Coached at Harrisonville before going up to Staley. There's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, so a foul and then a swing and a miss for the 2-strike count here. 0-2 the count on Cooper Seeloff. The ground ball headed at Goldbeck. Goldbeck's up with it. And over to Woida for the 6-3 ground out. So a couple of ground outs to Goldbeck and a line drive into shallow center field taken care of by the second baseman, Basler. And we go to the top of the seventh inning with the Blue Devils leading 10-3. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the top of the seventh inning. Blue Devils leading 10-3. Santiago, Dirks, and Kern scheduled up. True Blood back for another inning of work. Foul ball backing out of play by Santiago. He's been out on a fly to the center fielder, called out on strikes and struck out. There's a line drive ripped down the right field line. He's had several of those. If he'd just wait a hair longer, put that in the right field corner, we'd watch him run a little bit. 0-2 the count on Frankie Santiago, the catcher. That ball misses just a bit. 1-2 the count. That's a pretty good looking pitch. Pretty good looking pitch right there. The count. The count. That's inside for the walk. So the Blue Devils are going to have a pinch hitter here. Frankie Nolan the fourth. Excuse me, Freddie Nolan the fourth. Sorry about that, Freddie the third. Have a pinch runner down at first base also. Going to have to get that information for you as well. That's up high for ball one. Pinch runner at first is Jackson Wiedner. There's a ball headed into left field. Pinch hitter number 34, Levi Martin now. That's up high. So Santiago with the walk, Wiedner pinch run, Freddie Nolan the fourth with the base hit to left field, and now Levi Martin pinch hitting. There's a strike, 2-1 the count now. The ball headed up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Coach will hold him at third, so Martin with the base hit right back up the middle. So the bases are loaded for Goldbeck. Goldbeck will step in. He's grounded out, walked a couple of times, and had a base hit and a stolen base. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. That misses low and outside, 1-0 the count. That's up high. So 2-0 the count now. Go back at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Sealaff. Bases full of Blue Devils. They lead 10-3. There's a strike, catches the inside corner. That's up high for ball 4. So a base on ball yields a run. Going to get a pitching All right, the pitching change has been made. Lots of changes being made, and it's hard to keep up with all of that. Bryce Icerer from Carrollton, Missouri, comes in on the mound. Blue Devils are having a pinch hitter, Austin Burrows. Fouls that one away. And I need to apologize on behalf of the Widener family. I've been calling him Widener, got some bad intel. I either remembered it wrong, wrote it down wrong, or something, but Widener is that name that I should. There's a nice job by C-Laugh there to get to that one. So Widener is who pinch hit for, or pinch ran for Santiago. There's a ball headed into center field. That's going to be down. So Burrows with the RBI base hit scores one. That's going to make it 12-2. So the base hit by Burrows in the pinch hit. There's a strike, catches the inside corner. That's bringing up Mervosh. Mervosh hit into a fielder's choice, had back-to-back singles with 2 RBI, then a fly out to right field. There's a fly out down to the right side, and that's going to be taken care of by the second baseman, Mejia. So that's going to bring up Woida. Woida will step in now. Have that as the first out of the inning. So the base is loaded here. And fooled him on that one with the breaking ball. Did True Blood. Bases are loaded. Blue Devils leading 12-3. That misses. Comes the pitch. And that's a little bit low. Had just a little bit of start to go with the umpire on that one, but decided otherwise. 2-1 the count on Woida. Blue Devils with the 12-3 lead. There's a strike outside half of the plate. Jace wishes that he would have made an offer at that, but we just couldn't pull the trigger. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Woida. There's a ball hit at the second baseman. And going to be out, so Woida hits into the double play to end the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils leading 12-3. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Blue Devils leading 12-3. Pinch hitter for the Wolves. Number 9, Colin Morris. Want to know the count here on him. Morris is from Kansas City, Missouri. That's down low. There's a ball headed into left field. It's going to be a base hit for the pinch hitter, Morris. So back to the top of the order, and Gall. Gall will be up with a runner at first base. Catcher now, Olson for the Blue Devils. Had lots of changes in the outfield, of which I have not been able to get all of them down. Uglialora back on the mound. There's a strike called. Gall has lined out, reached on an error, and been out on a fly to Kern in center field. There's a ground ball into right field, so a base hit. And out at third, so the relay throw is there in time. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get there. Trying to do my book work, but thank you. Hey, there's times I don't always get it. Thank you. So the first to third is thrown out on the relay throw over to there, and Gall now is at first base after he gets the base hit, but Morris trying to get to third is thrown out, so one out. Throw over to first. Safely there. Michael Montgomery is now batting. That's fouled away. Runner at first base, one out now. Montgomery at the plate. Really close over there, but safe. Is Gall, the right fielder. Don't have a scoreboard here today, and it makes it tough. 1-2, I believe the count. I'm sure there's 2 strikes. There's a breaking ball, sails just a little bit low. Two and two, the count. Runner at first base, one out. Blue Devils leading 12-3, just a little bit outside was that pitch, so 3-2 the count now. Comes the stretch and the pitch. Going to go over to first and gets him. So the quick toss from Uglialora over to Woida, and Gall is picked off. So a couple of base hits and then one thrown out at third, and now the pickoff So the 2 base hits, nobody on, and there's a foul ball back to the screen. So you go from 2 base hits to no base runners with 2 down, and Montgomery at the plate. That's down a little bit low. So Montgomery works the walk. That will bring up the left fielder, 15, Jesus Sosa. Sosa Quintana. He'll be up there with a runner at first base and 2 outs. He's had a base hit back to the pitcher, and then had a sac bunt that scored a run and then grounded back to the pitcher. There's a foul ball backing over to the field, over to the right of us. Breaking ball, check swing, just gets a little bit of it. So Jesus Sosa, the left fielder, at the plate, 2 strikes. There's a throw over to first base, back in safely is Montgomery. You know that Uglialore would really love to pick him off over there. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So no runs with a couple of hits. We go to the top of the 8th inning, and the Blue Devils are leading 12-3. I'll be back. All right, to the top of the 8th we go. Patterson, Pachorik, and Widener scheduled up, but it appears as though we're going to have a pinch hitter for Pachorik. But before that, we've got Patterson at the plate. Swings through that off-speed pitch. He's grounded out, been out on the fly ball, had a 2-run home run, and lined out. So 1 for 4 on the day with a 2-run home run. That ball stays up high. That misses outside. That misses inside. That's outside for ball 4. So Patterson with the walk. That's going to bring up Arthur Alvarez. Alvarez is from Olathe, Kansas. He's going to pinch hit for Pechoric. Just a little bit foul with that one. So Alvarez put a charge into it just a little bit early. So a long, loud strike. It's a foul ball backing out of play, headed over to the field behind us. Eicherer from Carrollton, Missouri, back for another inning of work for the Wolves. There's a ball headed right at.
No, we can't do that. No.
For the out. So the soft line drive at the second baseman. So 1 out, 1 on. There's Lowen inside. Olson came in to catch. He is now hitting. That fly ball to right field. Second baseman goes out to take care of that. Does Mejia. So Olson with the fly out. That's going to bring up Freddie Nolan, the fourth. He had a base hit to left field. Pretty close on that toss over to first to Jeffries, but back in safe was Patterson. That's way outside. High fly ball into shallow right field. The second baseman will take care of that. So Mejia, after the walk, Mejia gets a line drive and then a couple of pop-ups out into the shallow outfield. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning with the Blue Devils leading 12-3. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Charlie Mosser from Lincoln, Nebraska will come on to pitch for the Blue Devils. Kabuyabon comes in and takes strike 1. Kabuyabon has had 3 base hits, 1 for an RBI. Just misses a little bit outside. There's a foul ball a little bit out ahead of that, but on the line rip. Kabuyabon with 3 base hits in this one. And he's been to right, to left, and up the middle. In the dirt, down low. Top of the 8th inning action, Blue Devils leading 12-3. Foul ball back and out of play. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Kabuyabon goes down on strikes after having had 3 base hits. That's going to bring up Jeffries. Jeffries has been out on a fly to center field. Had an RBI ground out to Goldbeck and been out on a fly to Kern in center. There's a strike, catches the outside corner. Low and outside. Swing and fouls that one back. One and two the count. 1 out. Top of the 8th there, bottom of the 8th. And Goldbeck dives and just slows the ball down. So Jeffries with a base hit off the glove of Goldbeck, so that infield hit. That's going to bring up Roush. Have a pinch hitter here. Sam Shackelford. That's up high. Shackelford is from Chesterfield, Missouri. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-1 the count on Shackelford. That's up high. 2-1 the count now. Mosser on in relief here for the Blue Devils in the top of the 8th inning. Foul ball right into the net above us. Comes the pitch, low and inside. And base or hit by a pitch, just got him on the foot. That's going to bring up Phillips. Phillips is the center fielder. He's grounded out, had a base hit into left field, and popped out to Basler at second. He'll step in with 1 out, runners at first and second. There's a ball headed into left field on the run, and that ball gets past Nolan, the fourth. So an RBI double by Phillips. That's down low. Sealaugh at the plate. Came in to catch, so 1-1 the count on him after that swing and a miss. Runners at second and third. That's outside. 1 out. Sealaugh at the plate. Swing and a miss. The high heater gets by him from Mosser. And he gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Just gets a piece of it again. So Mosser hooked up in a battle with the catcher. Of the Wolves, Sealaugh. It's a fly ball to center field. Kern going to take care of that. So Sealaugh with the sac fly scores a run. So that's going to make it 12-5. That'll bring up Morris. Laces that into left field for a base hit. So that base hit nets a run. So 12-6 now after the base hit by Morris. There's a foul ball. Brings up Gall. Gall is 1 for 4 on the day. Had a base hit. That just misses. Runner at first base is Morris. He had an RBI base hit. He's going to be safe on that pickoff attempt. The brightness of the sun here making it hard to see. Computers, cameras, and the whole kit and caboodle, but the Blue Devils with a 12-6 lead 9-inning scheduled game. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 the count on the right fielder, Frank Gall. There's a high fly ball headed into center field. And Kern's going to take care of that for the out. So the Wolves get 3 runs, and we go to the top of the 9th inning with the Blue Devils leading 12-6. Thanks for watching. We'll be back. Finish this thing up, 9th inning. All right, here we go to the top of the 9th inning. Blue Devils leading 12-6 here in the top of the 9th. Martin, Golbeck, and Burrows scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Bryce Icerer back for another inning of work for MCC Wolves. There's a ball headed into right field. And that's going to be taken by the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Several plays been made by Mejia out there in the shallow outfield. Going to get a pinch hitter here for the Blue Devils. Pinch hitter is John Kamey. I'm going to have to go visit with John a little bit. He's from Kansas City, Missouri. I've heard so many pronunciations on his. My first one ever was Kaimi, and now Kamey is what I've been told at our last home game. Nonetheless, John is pinch hitting for Golbeck. Just misses inside, so a base on balls. That'll bring up Burrows. Burrows pinch hit for Basler last inning. Had an RBI base hit past the diving shortstop Cole. So 1 out, runner at first to Burrows. Breaking ball stays inside. Misses inside again. Three and oh the count, I believe. That's down low in the dirt for a base on ball. So back-to-back walks. That's going to bring up Mervosh. Mervosh is 2 for 5 on the day. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Blue Devils leading 12-6 over the Wolves. There's a strike right through there. There's a foul ball out in front of that breaking pitch, fouls it away. Stays inside, does that pitch. 2-2 the count, I believe. There's a ball headed into right field. Gall takes care of that. That'll bring up Woida. Woida is 1 for 5 on the day. Had a base hit in the 6th inning. He'll step in now with 2 outs and 2 on. It's a ground ball that he's out in front of that one over to the coach's box. Jeffries comes over and takes care of it. But just a strike, 0-1 the count on Woida. There's a strike outside half of the plate at the knees. Comes the pitch. And it's out of here for the 3-run home run by Woida. So that makes it 15-6. That'll bring up Patterson. Patterson is 1 for 3. He has a home run as well. The fly ball to left field. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 9th with the Blue Devils leading 15-6. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. Blue Devils with the 15-6 lead. Bryson Vaughter comes on to pitch, left-hander from Topeka, Kansas. He will face, scheduled up anyway, is Montgomery, Sosa, and Kabuyabon. There's a strike called. Owen won the count on Montgomery. It's a ground ball headed to the right side and out at first. So Vaughter covering the bag on the ground ball from the pitcher. Vaughter for the first out. Jackson Staub now will pinch hit for the Wolves. He's from Kearney, Missouri. That's low and inside. 1-1 the count on the pinch hitter, Jackson Staub. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. There's a foul ball over toward the Blue Devils dugout. The Wolves of Metropolitan Community College down to their last 2 outs. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. KCK Blue Devils leads 15-6. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. J.C. Kabuyabon. He's had 3 base hits, 1 with an RBI and a strikeout. 3 for 4 on the day. There's a foul ball down the right field line and out of play. 1-1 the count on Kabuyabon, the third baseman for the Wolves. That's low and outside. 1-1 the count. So the Metropolitan Community College Wolves down to their last out here. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So 1-2 the count. So now down to their last strike for the time being. Just gets a piece of it and a piece of the umpire. So Olsen will take a little bit of a walk out to give the umpire a little break from that foul ball off the leg. The game on Thursday will be only viewable by watching the broadcast by Highland. That's up high. 2-2, I believe the count. But Highland will be broadcasting. They do not have enough electricity, power, and internet. Although I carry my internet with me, their ball field sets in a manner that has so many trees around it, I don't know about the internet. Nonetheless, the broadcast Thursday will be their broadcast. I will post information. There's a base on balls to Kabuyabon. So we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Wolves, Danny Wiggs will pinch hit. So just watch the website, 4tees.com. That's up high, and I will post their link. I think I already have the link there. It will cost, I believe it was going to be $8 for that broadcast. That misses low and inside, so 2-0 the count. So keep an eye on it. That will be one that we will not be allowed to broadcast. And we will have the game Saturday against Highland on YouTube free. There's a swing and a miss. So 2-1 the count. So keep an eye on YouTube, 4tees.com, and I'll post the link there. I believe it already is there for you to join us. Thanks for watching today. We're at the end of this one, and there's 3-1 the count. So 2 outs and a runner at first base after the Kabuya Bond walks. There's ball 4. So the pinch hitter Wiggs with the base on balls. That's going to bring up Shackelford. Shackelford was hit by a pitch his last time up when he pinch hit for Roush. That misses just a little bit outside. So Vaughter gets the first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the 9th out, and then has walked 2. So 2 outs and 2 on. Blue Devils leading 15-6. That's high and outside. Two and 0 the count now. That's inside for ball 3. Olson will go out and visit with Vaughter just a moment.
We're going to have help on that, getting it all out to the vehicle.
Thank you. Got the people working in the background to help me get my stuff hauled back out when this one's over with. Got my Starlink and the camera and all that, and they're set up to help get things hauled back out, and I appreciate the people that help with that so much. And there's a strike, 3-1 the count. Now on Sam Shackelford at the plate. There's a foul ball back into the net, so 3-0 to 3-2, and down to their last strike for the time being again. Vaughter on in relief. It's the stretch and the pitch, and fouled into the net, so we'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils leading 15-6. And the swing ruled safe. Check swing probably marginal there. Probably should have been a punch out. Didn't want to end the game that way. So we're going to have the bases loaded now. And going to have another pinch hitter. Trent Melton from Green Valley, Missouri. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Trent Melton pinch hitting. One and one the count now on Melton. In the dirt. 2-1 the count now. Strike catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Blue Devils leading 15-6. In the dirt. So now the runners will be off with the pitch. I believe 3-2 the count. And strike 3 called for the out. So the Blue Devils hang on. Vaughter takes the last inning and has 3 walks after a couple of outs and then the strikeout. So we'll close things down for today. Keep an eye on 4Ts.com for how to watch the games on Thursday. The Blue Devils win this one. And we'll shut her down for now. Everybody have a great evening. Thanks for watching.